So I don't have a lot of time to chat today. I think my last crochet chat was a little bit too chatty. This one will not be as chatty. Hi, it's Sonia here at The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So usually I post videos about crochet, knit, yarn. I have stitch tutorials. I have lots of patterns, and sometimes we do yarn hauls, not very often, or I've done like trying to do yarn destashing, like bust my stash, see how much yarn I can go through. And today's video we are going to be doing what I like to call as a crochet chat, where I sit in front of my door because it's the only spot I really have in this room so that you can see me crochet. And I'm sitting on a stadium chair here that I use when it's track and field season, but that is now over. And I just sit here and I crochet and we chat about things. So I don't have a lot of time to chat today. I think my last crochet chat was a little bit too chatty. This one will not be as chatty. And today I wanted to show you, before I start crocheting, I wasn't able to post, I try to post at least one pattern a week on Fridays, and last Friday I wasn't able to do that. So I just wanted to apologize for that. It was Memorial Day weekend last weekend, and we had a party at our house on Sunday, and I just ran out of time. I was hoping to get it out, and unfortunately there's just so much going on. There's a family member he's going to be deployed actually in a few days overseas, and we wanted to have a goodbye party for him. And so that's just been a lot of prep, and then the cleanup. You know, the cleanup's always, I did a lot of cleanup the day of the party, but I was so tired. I'm like, you know, I'm going to bed and we will finish the cleanup on Monday. So my house is for the most part back together. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. And also it's the end of the school year. I still have one kid that's in high school, and I have another one in college, and one that's out of the house, it's married. So even though they're not little anymore, I feel like my kids do keep me hopping with things. And my son decided to buy a vehicle, and that really put a wrench in my week last week, because where he decided to buy the vehicle was about 2 hours away. So that was 2 days of just going to the dealership with him and dealing with that and all that stuff. So, but he got his vehicle, so we're good there. So yes, we were back chatting. So I wanted to show you the project that I will be putting up this week. So it's another hat. I've been on a hat roll. I've just been really having fun making summer hats. So this is a bucket hat, and it is one of those checkerboard bucket hats here. And I think this turned out really, really cute. I'm really pleased with it. When I first started making it, it took me a while to kind of figure out how I wanted to make it. It just wasn't going super great. But once I figured it out, and then actually even when it was almost done, I was like, do I even like this project? You know, and then I finished it, I tried it on, and I personally don't like wearing hats. I think I look kind of dumb in hats, but I do like to wear them in the summertime, and I just think this is super fun. I love a checkerboard pattern. I'm like all for that. I know this was more the rage probably a year ago, so I'm a little late to the party with the trend, but I don't care. I just think it's super fun. And with this project, the yarn is carried through, so you do see a little bleed through of the colors, but I think that's fine. I mean, if you really don't like that, you could do floats instead. But I find with floats, nothing wrong with floats, but sometimes it makes, especially if it's a hat, it makes it a little heavier. And this is a summer hat, so I don't really want to make my head too hot. It still is a dense hat because we carried the yarn, but you know, it's almost reversible inside. I mean, I guess it could be if you're really careful with how you weave in the ends, but I think this is really cute, and you can definitely make this to fit your size. So I used an eye hook, or 5.5 millimeters, so I would consider this size to be an adult, small, medium, or it would probably fit like a smaller child. But if you wanted to make a larger hat, then I suggest just bumping up a hook size, so going up to a size J hook or a 6 millimeter hook, and you can follow the directions the same, and it will result in a larger hat. And you can also, if you wanted to, if you wanted a longer brim of your hat, I mean, you could definitely just add rows. It's made top down, so you can kind of try it on and be like, you know, this hat, I want it to be longer, floppier, you know, so you definitely can play around. And I do suggest that when you're working patterns, if you've worked a lot of patterns, and that's kind of how I started my pattern writing journey, was I started tweaking patterns to kind of fit my needs or the yarn I was using, whatever, and then that sort of segued into me writing my own patterns. But if you have a pattern and it's just not quite working right, like the hat, let's say you're making a hat top down and you're just like, I wanted to cover my ears more. You can add rows or rounds. It's okay. You know, you probably, especially with something like this, it's just use single crochet. You can definitely do that. I mean, some patterns might be a little more intricate and you couldn't do that, but I do try to have those options when I make patterns for people, for the public. I want people to have options and choices, because let's face it, we are all different shapes and sizes, and it's really kind of hard to, you know, make sizes that will fit everybody, because, you know, some people have small heads. I have a small head and I have like really fine, thin hair, so, you know, I don't need a really large hat. But, you know, some people are blessed with like gorgeous curly hair, and they're gonna need a larger hat for that, or they're just a bigger person and they have a bigger head, and so they need a bigger hat. So I do try to have those options where, you know, you can kind of play around with the sizing to kind of to fit it so it will fit you, so that you'll be happy with the fit. But today what I'm crocheting right now is for a video that I'm hoping, today is a Tuesday. My week's all messed up because we had off yesterday, so yesterday was Monday and today is Tuesday, and this will go up on Wednesday. But I'm still working. I do something called Tunisian Tuesday. I keep saying I'm not going to do it anymore, but I'm still doing it. And so I'm actually working on the Tunisian Tuesday. It's a little project. Either it's going to be a scrubby or like a coaster, because I do run a knit and crochet group, which I have that tonight as well. That's why I don't have a lot of time to chat on here, because I'm going to need to go and do my group at my church. I'm in charge of it. So, but I had a lady in my group, she likes to do Tunisian crochet, which is really cool, because a lot of people that if they're not really in like the crafting world, like they just like knit casually or crochet casually, and especially if they're not online or Instagram or whatever, they really don't know about Tunisian crochet. So this one woman, she's a newer member of our group, and she loves to do Tunisian crochet. I was like, oh, that's so exciting. Somebody knows what it is. And she wanted to learn how to change colors. So I thought that would be fun to feature on today on how to change colors. So it's just a little scrubby project, and it's an easy color work project. Like I said, you can use it as a scrubby, as a coaster, you know, just to practice whatever you want. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this as a project or take it apart, as I call it recycling. I do that a lot. This is just a little bit of yarn that I have, of cotton yarn. So I'm hoping I even have enough to make the project. I think I do. I don't know if I could make two, but so I think this will just be a scrubby for me, which I do hand wash my dishes, even though I have a dishwasher, but it's not one of those that gets like, you know the commercials where they have the dishwashers and like they show the super filthy dishes, you know, crusted with food, and they put it in the dishwasher, did a Cascade commercial, and then it comes out and it's like, you know, beautifully sparkling clean. Well, I don't have that kind of dishwasher. I pretty much have to hand wash my dishes, and then I just use the dishwasher as like sanitation purposes. I mean, if there's like a little bit of food on there, it'll get it off, but it's not one of those fancy ones that really gets the food off. I don't even know if those exist. Maybe they do. I don't know. Post in the comments if you have a dishwasher that actually like you can put it the dishes like super crusty and then it comes out beautifully clean. I would love something like that. I feel like my dishwasher is starting to go. but unfortunately I do not have the finances to get a new one, so we are just going to make do with what we have, which I'm perfectly okay with. So yeah, but yeah, so this is a project that I'm working for Tunisian Tuesday. So every Tuesday I feature a Tunisian, usually it's a Tunisian stitch pattern, but occasionally I do have a couple projects. And a lot of my Tunisian projects are kitchen related items because they are just quicker. I do have a whole Tunisian crochet playlist, and I can post that in the description box if you want to check it out. And I do have other projects besides kitchen items that are in Tunisian crochet. Like I have some hat patterns, I have a scarf pattern, I have some cowl patterns. I would like to do maybe a sweater with Tunisian crochet. I think that would be really nice, but that would just take me a little bit of time. I'll have to kind of figure that out. So it does put a little bit of pressure when trying to put a Tunisian crochet project every week. So that's why I do mostly stitch pattern tutorials, because they don't take as much time as a whole project. But hopefully I can do a couple more projects with Tunisian crochet. Oh, I do have a Tunisian crochet project. I have a lot of 18-inch doll projects, and I do have an 18-inch doll pattern that uses Tunisian crochet, but it's not on the channel. It is a written pattern. It's one I made, oh gosh, years and years ago, like maybe like 2011, 2012. It's actually super cute, and it uses that fur, you know, that crochet furry, I don't even know what it's called. Somebody gave it to me. I really don't like that kind of yarn. And somebody gave me this furry yarn, and the colors were really cute, but I was like, what do I do with that? I guess they thought, oh, I can make those like furry scarves that, I don't know, if you've been in the knit crochet world for a while, you probably remember like they were the rage. Like everybody had these, you know, Muppet like scarves that they were wearing, or, you know, you got gifted one. I think I got gifted one, but I didn't like it. I think I did have one, I'm pretty sure, and I think one of my kids liked it, but then they outgrew it, and I think I donated it. So sorry if you gave me that. It's just, I don't know, I don't like artificial furry, like really furry things. I don't like it on my skin. I don't know, I'm just kind of weird that way. Like I love soft things. I have a dog. I love like my dog's fur, and I don't want like a real fur coat or anything like that. I don't want any animals sacrificed so I can have real fur. Like, no, but yeah, I'm just not a big fan of furry things. Maybe on a pillow. A pillow's okay. I've seen some really cute projects using furry yarn with pillows, and I do have some furry yarn, and I think I might make a pillow with it. I don't know, but yeah, furry yarn is just, it's just not my thing. Like, but yeah, I did make a project, an American Girl 18-inch doll project using furry yarn and in combination with Tunisian crochet, which is kind of a wild combination to be honest, but it's really cute. I could actually, you know what, I'll post a picture of it, because you know, maybe I have piqued your interest and you'll be like, what does this thing look like? So I'll put a picture up so you can see the pattern. I can even link the pattern too if you're curious. It's a little, I think it's a dress or top and a skirt. I'm pretty sure it's a dress. Like I said, I made it a really long time ago, but I think it turned out actually very cute. I made, as I said, I made lemonade out of lemons, because when I got the yarn, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with this yarn? But then I made that outfit and I'm like, oh, that's super cute. And it was so cute that one of my friends actually, her daughter saw it. Her daughter, when she was little, I guess maybe on Facebook, maybe I posted it on Facebook. I used to post a lot of my finished projects on my Facebook page, like, but I don't do that anymore. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could. I don't know. Most of my friends on Facebook, they don't really knit and crochet. I do have a Facebook page for the Pretty Stitch, which I never post anything on there. I feel like Facebook's kind of like a dead zone, but maybe I should post on there more. I don't know. And I'm also really annoyed at Facebook as well, because I did get hacked a year ago, actually a year ago, and it took until about 9 months to get that whole thing straightened out. What ended up happening was I lost my Facebook page. I actually have a thing on YouTube and TikTok talking about what happened with getting hacked, and the whole page ended up being a complete loss. I lost pictures, and yes, somebody basically took over my identity on Facebook and then was trying to scam people using my face out of money for, they were selling fake Taylor Swift tickets. Like, it was a big mess. And Facebook just did not care. They just didn't care. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really want to deal with Facebook, other than I did make a new page, a new personal page, and a new like Pretty Stitch page, but I really just post minimal things on there because I'm just so disgusted with how Facebook just doesn't care about their consumers. So I don't want to get into that whole rant because I've already done that, been there, done that. But yeah, I posted that on Facebook, I'm pretty sure, and her daughter saw it and then wanted me to make her daughter one, I think for her birthday, a whole set. So I did, and she bought the yarn. She wanted a specific colored yarn, and so yeah, that was like, so the little girls loved that outfit. It was really cute. But yes, so that is the whole story of my Tunisian crochet for American Girl doll. I should probably make another one, something different. I don't know, but yeah. I need to mix up my Tunisian crochet projects besides kitchen items. But I do actually love Tunisian crochet for kitchen items. I think it works so well. I think it's the best if you're talking knit, regular crochet, and Tunisian crochet for kitchen items. Hands down, Tunisian crochet is the best to me. Because I've used knit dishcloths, and I love making knit dishcloths. I think it's fun. I've made lots of regular crocheted items for the kitchen, but Tunisian is my favorite. They just hold up the best, because I do use my kitchen items and I throw them in the wash, I throw them in the dryer, and through time, through use, the regular crocheted ones, the regular knit ones, they start to fall apart, but the Tunisian ones, they hold up. They're kind of bulletproof in a way. So that's why I do a lot of Tunisian crochet kitchen-y type items. And so in case you were wondering, or was like, wow, can she make anything else besides kitchen items in Tunisian crochet? Which I can, but the reason why is because I just really like it for kitchen items. It's a great, great craft for that. But yeah, so that's what we're doing here. So it's turning out cute, I guess. I was trying to think of a really simple stitch pattern for color work, because I could have like a whole chart and a picture or whatever, but I didn't, if you're just learning how to do color work, I don't really want to stress you out with something too complicated and be like, this is horrible, I never want to do this again. So I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. And then if you do really like it, then definitely, stretch yourself a little bit and make something a little bit more complicated, a little more detailed, using color work with Tunisian crochet. But so that is what's going on here. So what else is going on? Besides, we got the deployment this week. They're going to be gone for a year, so that's going to be difficult. We're going to miss them an awful lot. The end of the school year is fast approaching, so that's a good thing. My youngest is almost done, and she's super happy about that. She's kind of over school, and me too. It's been a lot. Most of you that are watching this know that I'm a widow, so I'm a single parent, and it's challenging. It's challenging, and also because it's been 3 years since my husband died, but the grief thing pops up here and there, especially with different events happening, and we've got Father's Day coming up, and that's always hard. And it's going to be even more hard because now my kids don't have any grandfathers left at all either. Both of their grandfathers passed away. We lost, after my husband died, we lost 3 people, including my husband, in a span of 2 years. Less than 2 years, actually. So that was really tough on them. And so yeah, now there's no grandfathers, there's no dad. So yeah, it's not a fun day. It's just not. And my heart goes out to any of you that also are in a similar situation. We usually do something together where, you know, we, I don't know, go out to a place that my husband liked to eat, or we just kind of hang out and chill or watch a movie, or I don't know what we're going to do this year, but yeah, we usually do something like that. And just, you know, wait for the day to end, basically. And I usually stay off of Facebook because, or any type of social media on that day, because everybody's posting, you know, about their dads and their husbands, and, you know, so. And I'm not like, I mean, I guess I'm like slightly jealous, but, and I don't wish anybody ill will. Like, it's wonderful if you have your dad still. But some people do have their dads and they didn't have a good dad, you know, and it's hard too. So, you know, there's nothing wrong if you have a wonderful father, he's still with you, or your husband's a wonderful dad, whatever. But, you know, just remember there are those of us out here that, you know, it's a tough day. So, yeah. Didn't mean to get on that, but yeah. So, yeah, the end of the school year, we'll be going away soon, which is nice. I usually like to go away later in the summer, but I do have another family member that's going to be living in Brazil for a year. She's going to a dance school down there, actually, so we wanted to do a beach trip early so that she could spend time with the family before she heads off to Brazil, which is later in the summer. Because usually I like to go on vacation like the end of July, beginning of August, or like towards the end of August, because I'm always sad when summer is over. I love summer. Like, that is my season. You know, I like it hot. I know, I'm kind of weird, but I love summer. And so I always like to, if I'm going away, to have a vacation towards the end. So my camera decided to die on me because it likes to do that. But I always like to, you know, have a vacation towards the end of the summer. So it's something to look forward to towards the end. But this year we're doing it all earlier. And so now I'm like, now what do I do the rest of the summer? Which is funny because when my husband was alive, we never went on vacation. He did not like to go on vacation. But since he's passed, I have gone away every summer since he's passed, and I've got to tell you, I like it. I like going away. I mean, I was okay doing the staycation thing when he was alive. Like, you know, I just kind of was like, you know, he doesn't like to go away, and we really didn't have the money for me to just go away. But now that he's passed, again, I'm not rolling in money at all. Like, money is tight, but now I'm like, I really like to go away. And so I try to make it priority now to just get away, you know, have that time to recharge and have a little adventure. So yeah, I've been able to go away every summer, which I'm so thankful for. Like, I'm so thankful that, you know, God has opened up that opportunity for me, because basically I just thought I would never get to go on vacation. And don't get me wrong, where I live is a really nice place to live. There's lots of local things, and that's what we would do with our kids. Like, my husband just didn't like going away, and my son is exactly the same as his dad. He does not like going away for more than like 2 nights. Like, last year we did a long weekend at Niagara Falls, which he was completely fine with, and that was super fun. We went to Niagara Falls, but I like to like go away, stay overnight for a week. You know, that's sort of what I like, so that's what we're going to be doing. But yeah, I prefer doing it later, but that's okay, you know. We're doing it earlier so we can have one last thing for my family member that's leaving for a year. Yeah, we have 2 family members. One's being deployed overseas, and then the other one is going away to a dance school in Brazil, so which is very cool. Yeah, but I am going to have to go because I just looked at my time. I gotta feed my dog before I go to my knit crochet group, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little chat, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!